My question is, why should God create humankind? Why should He keep the test? Why should He send us to hell or heaven?
Can you repeat the question in the mic? Please speak in the mic.
My question is, why should God create us? Why should He keep the test? Why should He send us to hell or heaven?
Brother asked the question, why should God create us? Why should He send here? The whole talk was on that. Why? That's what I told. The whole talk was based on that. That why should God create us? To test us, etc. Now someone appears for an examination, MBBS examination. No,
asking this question.
Yes, that's what, brother. The whole talk was based on that. And if you,
why should He test us? Why should He create us? What is the need for Him?
Okay, fine. Why should He create us as human beings? Okay, that's a very good question. That why should He create us as human beings? I'll give a different angle to it. Because if you analyze Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah says in the Quran, in Surah Hashr, chapter number 59, Allah says that when Allah asks that who would like to be sent as a human being, the mountains and all, they said no. But the human beings were fools who said no, we want to become human beings. Because the other creation, they don't have a free will of their own. Like angels, no free will, okay, they are good, average. But if you become a human being, you have a free will. If you have a free will and then if you obey Allah, then you become higher than the angels. If you have a free will and don't obey, then you fail. So we human beings were fools, including me, myself. We said, we want to get distinction, high marks. So Quran says we human beings were fools who said we want to undergo the test and now we are testing. You won't come to know now. On the day of judgment, Allah will give you that memory. So Allah says in the Quran, and Allah testified in Surah Araf chapter 7 verse 72, He brought the children of Adam from the loin, Allah says, and testified, do you agree there's one God? He said, yes, we agree. Now the memory has washed out. On the day of judgment, again it will come back to you. So we were the fools who said we want to undergo the test. Now somebody wants to sit for an MBBS examination. The teacher said, sit. If you have got admission in the medical college, no problem. Now you sit. If he fails, that's his problem. If he passes, that's his problem. You understand? And the test is different. What question has to be given? That is the choice of the teacher. You can't tell, oh teacher, why have you given me this question? That is the prerogative of the teacher. Whether he wants to give you question number 1, question number 2, whether he wants to give you a question from chapter number 3 or chapter number 5. Therefore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave different questions to different people in this test. Some people He makes rich, some people He makes poor, some people healthy, some people are diseased. Different people He tests different way, but depending upon the way He tests them, the correction is like that. If the test is difficult, the teacher corrects the paper leniently. If the paper is easy, the teacher corrects the paper very strictly. Same way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, depending upon the facility He gives the different human being, He tests them accordingly and He is the most just. Hope that answers the question.